Title: Great British Breakaway. Date: July 2025. Against all odds and every pollster's wildest fears, Reform UK storms to a shock victory in the general election. Nigel Farage, wearing a Union Jack tie and an expression of triumphant disbelief, steps out onto Downing Street. The cameras flash. His words echo through the streets. We said we'd do it, and we have. Britain is back, and we're going to make it British again. Week 1, immediate chaos. The Department for Wokeness is abolished by lunchtime. BBC Radio 4 is replaced with GB News FM. A new Patriot Points system is introduced, rewarding people who fly Union flags, say a cheers mate in public, or attend cricket matches. In a fiery parliamentary session, Farage announces, "We're leaving the ECHR, we're leaving the WHO, we're leaving whatever else we can find that's French." Border control is rebranded as the Scepter Gate. The Royal Navy is deployed to the Channel to intercept all suspicious activity, including French fishing boats and one confused dolphin. Month 1, the New British Renaissance. Reform UK introduces the British Bill of Britishness. All laws must be reread in English only, no Latin allowed. All new government announcements start with the phrase, "Let's have it right." The metric system is suspended. Fuel prices return to shillings per gallon, causing a national maths crisis. In schools, Shakespeare is now taught alongside speeches by Piers Morgan. PE lessons include daily pint lifting for hand strength and national pride. The NHS is restructured into the Great British Health Force, GBHF. Dental appointments are now decided by a televised lottery called The Crown Filling. Nigel appears on the front of every cereal box. 1 week later, Weetabix sales plummet 70%. Month 3, international fallout. The US president tweets, "What the hell is going on over there?" The EU issues a formal statement titled, "Britain, seriously." Scotland holds a spontaneous independence referendum in a Tesco car park and votes 97% to leave. Nicola Sturgeon returns from retirement and is declared forever First Minister. In Northern Ireland, a border referendum is held on WhatsApp. Chaos ensues. Wales, baffled by everything, quietly locks the Severn Bridge and pretends to be closed for maintenance. Month 6, the Civil British Service Whitehall is now run from a converted Wetherspoons in Wolverhampton. The entire House of Lords is replaced by a panel of ex-footballers and outspoken taxi drivers. Baron Neville of G Southgate now chairs the Foreign Affairs Committee. All speeches in Parliament begin with, "Now, I'm not being funny, but..." Meanwhile, Reform UK introduces a points-based system for everything. 0 points if you drive a Toyota Prius or order oatmeal. 100 points if you shout "Rule Britannia" at a pigeon. 50 points if you mention Europe without swearing. The new Home Secretary declares, "British people deserve British weather." They immediately launch Project Sunshine, plan to tow the UK 50 miles south using tugboats. It fails after a couple of years. Year 1, Reformageddon. Supermarkets are required to sell at least 50% British items. Avocados are banned. Marmite is rebranded as Victory Spread. Taxes are slashed, except on things like tofu, quinoa, and foreign Netflix shows. Currency is changed to the Crown Sterling, featuring pictures of Margaret Thatcher riding a lion. Public transport is replaced by a fleet of classic minis, and a man called Dave who just gives people lifts. The Prime Minister declares 2026 the year of taking no nonsense. The collapse. Spoilers. By the end of the first year, inflation hits 27%. Bread costs $12 but comes with a free Union Jack sticker. Reform UK launches their own social media site, Proper Chat. It's banned within 2 weeks for inciting arguments over Yorkshire pudding recipes. A diplomatic row erupts after Nigel Farage refers to the King of Spain as a fancy pirate. Eventually, even loyal Reform voters start asking, hang on, is this actually mad? In an emergency midnight vote, Parliament agrees to appoint a Labrador called Winston as interim Prime Minister. The UK is quietly readmitted into the EU under the name Brit-Ishland, with a note that says, "Sorry, we had a moment." Farage is last seen in a Channel 5 documentary titled "When Populists Go Camping." Moral of the story, be careful what you vote for, especially if they promise to fix everything by shouting louder.